Hello, everyone,
Hi.
and here we are, me and Anna. Unfortunately, we're missing Victoria today,
Yeah,
but we do
so
hope
sad.
I know, we hope she gets well soon. But we're
Yeah.
here today to teach you how to make mint juleps and to talk about why now is a good time to refresh your listing and different things you can do to do that.
That's right.
So-
And it is the last show of 2023.
It is the last show of 2023. Isn't
End
that
of
crazy?
December, which means we are gonna prizes next to
That's
start
right.
next week. Yes.
Hang on, we're gonna turn on comments because
Okay.
I assume everyone's sitting at
Oh my
home now
God,
watching
guys.
our show because
Yeah,
it's Christmas.
I know. Obviously, nobody's working, so we
Exactly.
want lots of comments, guys.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
so we're going to start with the mint juleps, which is fun because we get to use our amazing glasses from Fifth and Vermouth, the special copper cups to keep them extra cold.
Yes.
So we are starting with, sorry, let's put that in thing on the
Ingredients,
screen.
okay.
You've got to take your 8 mint leaves and put them into your glass.
8.
8, that's what it says.
It says 8. Make sure you
8.
count
Like
it down.
very, yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, it's not gonna turn out.
You have to be very specific.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're muddling them. So if you have a muddler, you're squishing it.
Squishing them.
So if you've got any pent up anger from Christmas, didn't get what you wanted, Santa didn't listen to you.
Looking for a workout.
Exactly. You had lots of family over. The children didn't give you the gratitude you were hoping for when it came to their gifts.
I feel like there's a lot of kind of like personal examples coming out there. So you muddle,
get the
Squish.
mint nice and squished and get all the essence out. And then you're going to put in your crushed ice into the glass.
But you not like fill it up. You like kind of do it halfway, right? Like
halfway.
Hold on, I'm getting And then you pour all your ingredients on top of the crushed ice.
That's right. So we've got orange juice, we've got cognac. Oops, wrong one. I put down.
Oh.
1.75 ounces of cognac.
Obviously, like our recipe says Hennessy, that's what it came by the book, which I enjoyed a lot on Christmas Day. But when you're mixing your drink, it's okay to use any cognac, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was simple syrup?
And simple syrup.
Okay.
And now we are going to stir it.
Oh, stir it.
We stir it first. So you stir it nice and well. Make sure everything is well mixed in there. Yeah, so you've got those already squished mint in there. Yeah, and now we're going to put more ice in there, more crushed ice. Right. And the glass is keeping everything extra cold, which is
that's
super
why,
cool.
You know, you kind of want to use the copper mugs to keep this drink cold. It's like a Moscow Mule type idea, right?
But at the same time, if you don't have a copper mug, obviously any rocks glass, that's good.
That's good.
Any rocks glass will do, and that's okay. Oh, yeah. And then you take your mint, and you use your mint as a garnish to make it look pretty and festive. And
I've got mine on the side here.
Right. And there you go. And here is your mint julep.
Yes.
Cheers. Very pretty. Cheers. And then we've got our metal straws because we're saving the turtles. Well, it's just really hard to drink with the bush here. Okay, let's try it. I'm very curious to try this. It's strong.
It was much stronger than I anticipated.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But delicious.
It is delicious. But this is definitely like someone that's likes those stronger drinks, likes the things that aren't that sweet.
Did we put all the ingredients? Really? That's all it was?
The ingredients.
From our book too?
Yeah.
I feel like it's missing a little bit of liquid, but maybe once the ice melts.
Well, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it's pretty basic. Like, and it's a lot of alcohol, 1.75 ounces of cognac.
I mean,
Victoria, you would hate this drink.
Yeah, I don't really appreciate that, but I mean, I like cognac on its own because it has like that, you know, a big taste of like a raisin and
Yeah, 100%.
what do you call those? The pits, like the seeds of grape seeds.
Mm. You do taste the mint in there
Yeah,
though, which is nice. So it is
yeah,
refreshing, but it is kind of a nice drink,
yeah.
nice
No, you
cocktail.
know what? It's
It's
actually because like you have to make it in the copper mugs. It's a good alternative to the Moscow Mule.
yeah,
If I would say if you want to make it less strong, splash of soda maybe.
yeah, or a little bit
Well,
more orange
maybe
juice.
a little bit more orange juice because it's not overly sweet. Even though we put
No,
orange juice in some syrup, it's not overly sweet. Mm.
but it is a nice drink. But I would
And I
say,
feel like it's kind of also nice. Like New Year's are coming up,
yeah,
and I think it's a really cute drink for the New Year's as well. Like that kind of gives you an idea that is not like champagne based, but you
yeah.
can have a copper mugs, which is festive. You got your mint.
I don't know. I kind of feel like this is that drink that you would have like watching it by a fire, watching a movie.
Well, you can
Like,
do all those things on New Year's too, like
yeah,
but if you want to like make a cocktail that's a little bit different, and because it is will stay cold for a very long time, it will be a good sipping
yeah,
kind of cocktail. Yeah,
100%.
I really like
Victoria
it.
says she's not sad she missed this one.
Mm.
She's sitting at home sick watching us.
Well, I'm sad that you're not here with us
Exactly. To taste
to
this one and
to
try
do
it.
the last show.
Okay.
No, but it's nice. I like it. I think it's definitely has a lot of potential there.
All right.
I killed my mint.
You killed your mint. There you
It's
go.
like,
Okay. So
mm.
let's talk about why you want to refresh your listing right now. So first of all,
I'm a big fan. Number
yeah,
one.
100%. But
Yeah.
refreshing a listing actually, there's a lot of
Especially
different
now,
ways.
the holiday season, end of the year,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Yeah, I think the timing is very important on refreshing the listings. And a lot of people who are on the market thinking, usually I think a lot of people are like, I need to take my listing off the market.
Yeah, for
Instead of,
Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of thinking, maybe I should refresh my listing. Well, number one, I would just want to say why it's important to keep your listing on the market right now.
Uh-huh.
Why are you laughing?
I'm just watching you go.
Okay. Why are you smiling? Smiling is her favorite. Uh, well, no, because a lot of people visiting Calgary, they're coming to see family, they're all hanging out, it's a great time to go see the property because nobody's working.
That was orange juice.
No cognac. It's like, let's add another ounce and see what's gonna take us.
Okay, but anyways, keep
Yeah.
going.
No, I just was saying, like, there's a lot more people actually available to look at listings. And, after a big meal, they're like, oh, let's check out what's on the market. They're clicking on MLS because we all know people searching for homes first on the internet. They go see pictures, they read the marketing materials, and then they want to show the family who's visiting them. It's like, oh, we really like this house. What do you guys think? And then they want to take the family over to see the house. And that's why I think it's more important. A lot of people are visiting. They're here. They're supporting people who want to purchase homes. Is it cutting me off?
No,
But
keep going. Keep going.
I think that's why it's important to have the listing on the market. And now Robin's going to say why is it important to refresh the listing.
No, so I'm going to start with what is refreshing a listing.
Okay. Okay.
So we're going to start with explaining how you refresh a listing. So obviously restaging.
Mm-hmm.
Restaging means kind of redecorating, moving furniture around, even maybe changing furniture up entirely, maybe decluttering a little bit more, adding a different color accent, painting that wall that maybe was kind of like a little bit too bold, stuff like that. So restaging your home can do a lot when it comes to the marketing of the home. Rewriting your comments, which is obviously your realtor, but you can ask your realtor to rewrite the comments and rewrite the marketing, and that's another way to refresh your listing. You can take it off the MLS and relist it, which is what Anna was talking about, or you can change the price. So those are kind of 4 ways that you can refresh your listing in the real estate market to try and get those kind of fresh eyes. Now, why would you refresh a listing? Well, you want to renew it because so many people have probably already seen it, depending on how long it's been. And right now, markets on how long it takes for a listing to come stale depends on the market. In this market, honestly, if your house has been on for about 17 days, people are wondering what's wrong with it. Why hasn't it sold in the 3 days like everything else?
It's pretty crazy.
When you have slower markets, it can take longer. It can take 60 days. It can take 90 days, depending on how slow the market is. But right now, if you've been on for about 2 weeks and you haven't received an offer, people are already starting to look at your listing and say, what's wrong with it? Why hasn't it sold? Why hasn't anyone else bought it? So you want to renew your MLS number and you want to have it re-emailed out to everyone. And that's what you can do by taking it off and putting it back on. But there is something called the CDOM, which is a cumulative days on market. Now, sometimes when realtors give sheets to their clients, they're going to see the CDOM and they're going to see the DOM. And when they ask what that means, is the CDOM always keeps counting as long as you haven't had your market off the market for more than
Your house off the market.
your house off the market for more than 30 days. So they're going to see the two numbers. The CDOM tells us you've taken it off and put it back on, but it's still counting the amount of days it's been marketed over that time period. So keep in mind that CDOM is going to keep counting. So realtors will see it and will know what that means, but the public doesn't see that. It's not public information.
No.
It comes back on. It looks like a new listing. And if you've done rewriting the listing, restaging, changing the price, taking it on and off MLS, you'll be shocked that people won't realize that they've already seen that listing before, and now they're looking at it with fresh eyes. It does get a fresh look.
Yeah, and I was gonna just say, so if you have still summer pictures on it, I know winter is not like super sexy, but it is current. So people's like, oh, it has like summer pictures, and like they think, how long has it been on the market? So if you have a very pretty backyard or pretty summer pictures, put them at the end, but your front photos should be current, in my opinion. And or definitely like a best angle of your home or best feature room. Also, I was gonna say comment to when you said do something different in your home, like change that feature wall, whatever. Ask your realtor what kind of feedback people were having. Maybe they were saying like it's a little bit too dark, like there's things you can tweak based on the feedback you were
100%.
getting, and that was a great one. Rewriting the marketing. So that's something I usually discuss with my clients. We read the marketing material that we have right now, let's say on MLS, and like who is this marketing attracts, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we need to change the writing, like put most important information to the top that gets people's attention that they are looking for, right? Or we need to change who we are attracting, different person. So if we thought we will attract investors, and the investors didn't come forward, we're like, okay, now we have to attract first time buyers who are trying to get into a housing market. And that's your wording change, because people who like a first time buyers, they see like potential investors like, oh, that's not for me.
Exactly.
So you have to be careful, or you tried one way, now you're gonna try a different way.
And sometimes your feedback can actually tell you if the kind of people that you're attracting that are not buying your home. So now you can gear that marketing to the people that might be more inclined to buy your home, because you see what you're hearing in your feedback and it's not what you want to hear. So I know one thing I always tell my clients is if all the feedback we're getting is that your home is cluttered and it's a 2,000 square foot, or not cluttered, sorry, small, and it's a 2,000 square foot home. I'm like, it's a 2,000 square foot home. It should never feel small unless there's too much stuff in it. So that means we've got to start pulling stuff out so they start seeing the house and stop seeing your stuff, because that's why your 2,000 square foot house keeps getting the feedback that it's small. That's an illogical statement.
And like we do have a stager that Trisha, she's been on our show before, but we work very closely with her. So she can come and work with things you have in your home to open up the spaces, rearrange the furniture that it's actually visually is like eye pleasing versus how you use the space, I guess.
And you'll be amazed too, is when you're refreshing your listing, how many people won't even realize that they've seen your house before, but now they're looking at it with a fresh set of eyes. Maybe it's because of the new year, because I read this book called When, and I love it. If you ever want to talk, it talks about how to do the right thing, or all these other kind of books. Like that's what the book says. You read all these books on how to do the right thing, how to get motivated, how to get people to do certain things, how to influence people, but you never hear about when you're supposed to do it. And actually there is a timing. There is a reason why all of us in January
start new things. And it's not because we have all been taught that, but at the same time, there actually is a psychological timing to when you do things, which is why that new year is so important to make sure your listing looks fresh and brand new, because there is going to be a flood of buyers coming to the market that have held off during the Christmas break, and now they're coming to the market to buy houses and they're ready to work.
Yeah,
And
and
they're
that's
ready to
like,
be
how we
serious.
were talking on our last show, we were talking about the flipping homes that take this time. A lot of, investors buy homes to renovate and then to put them on the market when
Yep.
market is a little bit up and running. Again, if this is something like you have unfinished projects and you were saying that like, oh, the house is not done for the price you got trying to pull. If you need to, respray your kitchen or things like that, that's actually time consuming. Again, this is a good time to do that. So you can refresh your listing right in the first week of January when we're going to be very, very busy.
Well, and the other thing too is that's exactly it, is when in January is right. We always get that. When do I put it up in January? You can do it the first business day. There's really no wrong answer here. I personally notice that once the kids go back to school, that's when we tend to get a lot more activity. Because respectfully, I love my children, but they're very distracted when they're at home. So distracting. It's really hard to get crap done.
Yes.
So this is how every other parent feels. We love our children, but they're a lot of work sometimes.
That's right. So anyway, I love talking about topics like this at the holiday season because a lot of people, I think, miss an opportunity by thinking completely backwards on why it's not a good time to sell or why not it's a good time to release or refresh your listing. It's the most important time, it's important work you can get done over the holidays.
Yeah.
Either way, like refreshing it or taking off the market or, freshening up things inside, redoing it, things, remarketing it, and make do a different spin. And I think a lot of people really don't know how important, how significant that could be for their sale.
True. Now, I will say this too, though. Sometimes, and it's not the conversation that we like to have, but sometimes refreshing your listing also means refreshing your agent.
Well, if you don't like her, just hire me.
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, if you're not us, and of course we're not trying to solicit anyone who's currently under contract, but I'm just saying, change is change, right? It's
we
changing
have
the
three
listing.
agents on a team. We can rotate.
No, I mean, like, other agents. We're awesome. What are you talking about, Willis? So I'm just saying that sometimes, like, be honest, be harsh, be real. It is a business decision.
Well, yes, I think at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, am I receiving the service that I was expecting? Is my agent in communication with me? They're providing feedback. They're providing, creative problem solving ideas.
Our personalities meshing.
That too, right?
Sometimes
Maybe
they just don't.
Sometimes we don't see eye to eye, don't connect in terms of you maybe think you should be priced differently where your agent overpricing your property, especially for this time of year, or they're saying how fabulous your home, but it hasn't been sold yet. Like, there is a lot of the things. And sometimes it is just, I am a believer that you have to have a conversation with your agent because no one likes to be dumped without conversation over text. Like, thanks very much. I'm not really listening to you. It's like the worst breakup ever. But,
So don't dump your realtor on text. Please. That's so rude.
But yes, it is true. Like, sometimes it's like you listen to the show and you're like, oh my God, I have been on the market for like 2 months. My agent said none of those things. Then yes, I think it's definitely a reflection on your professional relationship need to happen.
And maybe it's time to refresh your agent.
Yeah, and 2024 is coming up, out with the old and in with the new, right? That's what they say.
Okay, but this is the last show of 2024 and the last show of December, which means that like and share our show because we will be giving away our prize here.
Yeah. So
and it will be very exciting.
It says every leisure moment deserves a proper hydration.
100%.
I like this. So stainless wine glasses, double wall vacuum, set of 4 for hot and cold. And what else is like, oh, all other things that doesn't matter. And what I like about it, so I am a huge, like, so I love making mulled wine in the winter for the fires outside, and I'm very, very good at it.
Oh, I might
Yeah.
come ice fishing at your house.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because I'm going to catch a fish one day
One day.
that I can eat.
Yes. Nobody catched the fish in my house yet, but we do
No.
have a hut, and it's a lot of fun. It's like a day of experience. You know, you make a hole, you sit in the hut, and you drink mulled wine, and that's what you're gonna get. Like on next week, first week of January, the prize will go out to somebody, and it's still gonna be lots of time
And
to enjoy the mulled wine, and then you can switch to Mint Julep
Exactly. But
in
everybody,
summer.
you get your name entered if you like and share our show. So like and share our show
On all social media
on all
platforms
social
you see.
media.
And doesn't matter how many times you love it, comment, your name's gonna get entered that many times.
Correct. But next week,
Mm.
next week we are talking about blood oranges or we're doing slow gin and blood orange GNTs, and we're talking about how to squeeze every dime out of your down payment. And I love that conversation because it's so cool.
You guys, if you haven't seen it, Robin was a trooper. I don't know how she did this over the holidays, but there is a video. There's two videos actually, right?
There is
Two
one for
presentations.
parents, and one for normal people. One for parent. Well, you know, like people who
Everybody else is
sell.
not parents.
Yeah, but honestly, we've been working. Like we've been putting together all of this information over probably 4 weeks to try and come up
Oh my God, guys,
with the best presentation
lots of great
possible.
stuff coming out.
So good.
But go to Robin Moser and Associates page on Facebook. It's on Anna Taranova as well, shared. It's both presentations are shared, how to get a down payment, how help your kids to buy a house. And it's probably the ways you don't even know existed. And on January 20th, we are hosting a seminar. It's a free for everybody. All you have to go and register. And we're going to be teaching you how to buy a house in 2024 when you don't have a money saved in your bank.
Exactly.
Like January 20th. Put that in your calendar.
Yeah. Save the date.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all on our pages. We will all shared. Please follow us. You guys have an amazing, amazing Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
New Year. And wishing you guys all prosperity.
Yes.
Like, you know,
I think 2024 is going to be an amazing year for everybody.
Yes, absolutely. You know, forget about all that fresh start. You know, the fresh start will start when you call Robin Moser and Associates, which is Anna Taranova and Victoria Budka.
And Robin.
And of course, Robin as
included
as
in
Robin.
that.
No, I said Robin Moser and Associates. And I was like, I named Associates. And Charlene, our
Charlene's
amazing office manager who organizes us. So we
my
look
God,
organized.
so much work.
Yeah, we have a lot of work. But, you know, call us. We are here for all your real estate needs. We are working through all the holiday season. We're taking calls. So, and that's a good time to, like, you know, you guys at home.
And I'm not leaving the country.
At least until end of January. It's the calendar. But anyway, we want to wish you guys, all of you, your family, yourselves, your kids, you know, everybody who's out there, you know, be happy, celebrate 2024,
and be safe.
Build great plans, you
and
know.
be safe on New Year's Eve.
And follow the Tipsy Realtors for great cocktails.
Cheers! Happy
Cheers.
New Year!
Happy New Year!